Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing fine. So today I will be telling you the story of a shepherd. So this is the story, The Shepherd's Treasure. So welcome everyone to my channel, and here comes the story, The Shepherd's Treasure. So once in a village in Iran, there lived a shepherd. Who is a shepherd? Shepherd are those people who tames sheep, who takes care of sheep. Okay, so there was a shepherd and he was very poor. He did not have anything to eat or to drink. So he was very poor shepherd in Iran. He did not have even a small cottage of his own. He did not even have a living place. He had never been to school or learned to read and write, for there were very few schools in those days. Because the story is of a long back ago. So there were very few schools. So the shepherd, like you all, did not go to school, so did not know how to read and write. Though poor and uneducated, this shepherd was very wise. He understood people's sorrows. Sorrows means sadness and troubles, and helped them face their problems with courage and common sense. So, though not educated, he had very good sense. So, he used to help everyone, give them advice whenever required. Many people came to him for advice. Soon he became famous for his wisdom and friendly nature. Because of his nature, see, he was not educated, but he had a very good nature. He was wise. He used to understand people's sorrows. He used to help people whenever required. So people loved him and came to him. Thus he became very famous. The king of that country heard about him and thought of meeting him. So that country of Iran had a king. He thought, this man I am hearing about is very good. So I should go and meet him. But he is king. He cannot go as a king. So he had to change his form from a king. So disguised as a shepherd and riding on a mule, one day the king came to the cave where the wise shepherd lived. So the king disguised himself, took the form of a shepherd and came. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, he rose to welcome him because he was very decent. He rose and he told, "Welcome, my dear shepherd." He took the tired traveler inside the cave. And who is the traveler here? The traveler, remember, he is the king in disguise of a shepherd. Because as a king, he could not come. So he came by dressing himself as shepherd, like how you go as you like, right? So same way. And the shepherd gave him to drink. He gave him water to drink and a share of his own meager meal. So whatever meal he was having, very little amount of meal, the poor meal that he was having. So whatever, though he was very poor, he did not have things to eat. He was sharing his own meal with this traveler who came, who was actually the king of Iran. Okay, then after that, the king rested for the night in the shepherd's cave. So the king also slept there. He was taking rest in the shepherd's cave only. And he was greatly impressed by the shepherd's hospitality and wise conversation. He was very impressed how good the shepherd is, how wise the shepherd is conversing, is talking, and his hospitality, the welcome, taking care. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. And while going, the king is thanking the shepherd. Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave. So the king is asking a permission. Let me leave. Thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit. So the generous shepherd is thanking the king. The king was astonished as well as pleased. He was surprised. Astonished is surprised, and pleased, happy. You are indeed very wise. I need people like you to work for me. I want people like you. Yes, my lord. I hear and I obey. So you can let me know what to do. I will hear it and I will obey whatever you say. Okay. And the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district. So the king called the shepherd and then he said, okay, fine. Now onwards, you are not a poor shepherd. You are the governor. You are governor of a very small district. Earlier, the kingdom had small districts. So he gave one of the districts to the shepherd. Although he rose to power and dignity, the shepherd remained as humble as ever. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. So, though he had got the power, he always was very humble. He never was very proud of his power. He was kind and just to one and all. His fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. So, being a governor, that also spread throughout the country. Everyone knew that there was a very humble and good governor. People loved this governor. The governor is very wise. So all this news had spread all over. So when the news spread all over, what happened? Now the governors of other provinces, they started feeling very jealous of this new governor, the shepherd. Okay, the shepherd. So they started feeling very jealous and began to talk to the king against him. He is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of the money that collects as tax from the people. Governors used to collect tax. So people started telling wrong about him, that he kept money of the taxes that is being collected. Why does he always carry with him an iron chest? Perhaps he carried it in the treasure that he had secretly collected. After all, he was an ordinary shepherd and could behave no better. So people started telling why he carried an iron chest always. Maybe he was taking something because he was very poor. Suddenly he grew rich, so he was trying to collect something. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports. But how long could he ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain, the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. So the king also noted that the shepherd used to carry an iron chest always with him. So he actually could not ignore the governors. Initially he ignored, he did not pay attention. Okay, chalo, whatever they are saying, let them say. But he saw this shepherd is carrying an iron chest. So there might be something in that iron chest and he had to suffice it. So the new governor was summoned to the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely behind him on the camel back. Now the king was angry and he thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" So the king is asking what it contains. The shepherd governor smiled. So gave a very generous smile and asked his servant to bring the chest. How eagerly the people standing around awaited for the shepherd to be found out. They thought maybe there is a lot of treasure or something hidden inside, and the other governors who were very jealous of the shepherd governor was feeling that he was going to be caught, he was going to be punished and all those things. So they They were just waiting for the moment. But how great was their astonishment, and even the king himself, when the chest was opened. So they opened the chest. No gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket and a turban were all that came out. This, my dear master, is my only treasure I always carry with me. The shepherd spoke with quiet dignity and pride. So he was carrying that blanket and a turban. But why do you carry such ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district. Shepherd is replying, this blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my clothes. So if you take away everything from me, this is what is going to protect me. How pleased the king was, and embarrassed the jealous governess became to hear the wise man's reply. Now that the shepherd was indeed blessed and the wisest man in the land, the king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. So the king rewarded his humbleness. Okay? Thank you everyone. The story of the shepherd's treasure.